How's it going, Facebook? Real quick, I had some people a couple of weeks ago, I did a post about who wants the cheat code for excellent credit. So I'm going to give that to you real quick. Some of you guys are just like, your credit is stagnant and you're not sure what you're doing, not sure what's going on. You're trying to buy a house this year, you're trying to get a car this year, but you're not sure what's holding you back. So for my pre-existing clients and also new clients that's coming on right now, this is what you want to do. Understand, when we're helping you remove these negative items off your credit report, you have certain things that you have to do your part as well in order to have excellent credit. So real quick, so this is 5 ways how your credit score is actually calculated. So you got 35%, guys. 35% is your actual payment history, okay? So with this being said, guys, you want to make sure you're not 90 days late. You want to make sure you're not 60 days late, and also you're not 30 days late. Being late one time can drop your credit score up to 100 points. So you don't want that happening. So do what you have to do. Make some due date changes. Make some payment arrangements with your creditors. You want to make sure that you're not late at all. Sometimes it takes something like that actually happen where you have to change those due dates around, but make sure you're never late. Okay, borrow the money if you have to, but make sure you're not late because it will drop your credit score. Then you have another 30%, guys. 30% is your actual utilization, okay? And what this means, guys, this basically is for the ones that have credit cards. Now, if you don't have any credit cards, you need to get one ASAP. In order to build credit, you have to have a credit card in place. If you can't get an unsecured credit card, you want to try to get a secure credit card ASAP. Now, before I jump into the utilization real quick, so basically, guys, with the secure credit card and how it actually works, you basically using your own money to build your credit. So I really want you to think about this. When you're using your debit card, what is it building? It's not building anything. So therefore, you want to start moving. That's the type of way how you're making your payments. Start using your credit cards, because that's how you want to make your payments on like these utility bills, the light bill, the gas bill, your Hulu account. You want to start using your credit card in that aspect. Stop you going to the grocery store. Stop going and using gas, because what end up happening by you actually going to that grocery store, you're gonna end up start picking items out and more items. You know what? I can get that extra item. I can get that item, and then from there you'll be actually over your utilization again, guys, which is 30%. So with that, so let's say that you have a $300 credit card, guys. You want to make sure that you don't spend no more than $90, okay? If you have a $300 credit card, don't spend no more than $90. If you go over your limit for that card, and you might have different amounts, you can DM me, and if you don't know how to calculate your credit utilization, or don't know how to do that, send me a DM or something like that, so I can know where you're at, and so also I can know where you need to stay at when it comes to your credit score, okay? Now, so 30%, $300, so $300 credit card, you want to spend no more than $90. Use that credit card to pay on those utility bills. Don't use it for anything else. Don't use it to give it the money. Don't use it to go to WinStar or any of these casinos or anything like that. You want to be using it for things that's going to actually benefit for you. Okay? So you definitely want to do that. On top of that, the another 15% is the credit history, guys. So your credit history. So just like a fine bottle of wine, it gets older over time. So you never want to close out these credit cards, guys. Never close out those credit cards. I have family members that say, like, you know what, I'm not using this card anymore. You know what, the annual fee is kind of high. I'm just going to go ahead and close out that credit card. Don't do that, because that can actually drop your score. If you got good payment history on your credit card, that could be the main thing that's keeping your score up. So never close out those credit cards. You've got a family member that say, oh, you don't need credit for anything. Yes, you do. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about this, because sometimes we end up listening to the person that don't have any financial knowledge about anything. Why would you listen to someone that you're not willing to trade places with? It doesn't make any sense. So if someone's telling you don't need credit for anything, that's a big lie. Because eventually you're gonna want to have to buy a house. Eventually you're gonna want to have to buy a car. So you need credit. Also, if you're trying to rent an apartment, you're going to need credit. Unless you plan on waiting for someone to pass away and you're trying to get their home, that's the only reason why you might not need credit. Or you're waiting for someone to give you a vehicle. But for the people that's actually trying to have financial freedom, actually just level up in life, you're going to need credit. You want to have credit and you want to have money as well, okay? Now, on top of that, you got 10%, which is your increase, guys, and also new credit. So within like a month, guys, I would just say this. 1 or 2 inquiries is okay, like you within a month is okay, but anything across that comes across as you are high risk when it comes to banks. And when you are high risk, they're not likely to give you a loan. If you get a loan, it's going to be at a higher interest rate because it's showing a track record that this person must be desperate for money right now. So I don't think I want to approve them. Or if we do approve them, we're going to have some stipulations with that. We're going to give them a higher interest rate just to make sure that this person pays back that bill. Then on top of that, you got another 10%, guys. You got another 10%, which is your revolving in installments, okay? So revolving installments, so this is when you want to have a good mixture, a good diversification when it comes to your credits. So when it comes to your installments are the ones where your payment amount never changes. So a couple of ones that with the payment amount never really changes, that would be like your mortgages. Also, that would be like your auto loans. Now, when it comes to revolvings are your actual credit cards. Your credit cards and also your actual line of credit. Because with those, the statement amount always changes. Alright? So, real quick guys, that's my time. This is the cheat code. If you actually calculate this makes up 100 points right now. This will make up 100 points for you. If you can do this, you will be on the right track to have an excellent credit. So, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me so we can make sure we position you the rest of this year for excellent credit. You take care.